It's Kathy Kress again, and I'm back with my YouTube channel, Geriatric Care 1, and we are doing long-distance care providers. And we've been doing how you can help them as a geriatric care manager. And right now we're doing technology, which can really change your life as a geriatric care manager's life. You can change the long-distance care provider and the care recipient, the older person that I have in Minnesota right now, and the care providers in Atlantic City. So the first thing I said you can do is help communication. And how does that help? First of all, you can help the care team. And the care team is the long-distance care provider, the care recipient, the older person, and you. So basically you can have family meetings and conference calls, and I talked about that earlier, and that's technology. I Skype with my grandchildren, my twin grandchildren. I'm doing it on Sunday. I love it. So you can, use Skype, or you can use, any kind of, there's iChat with Google, with Apple, and have, help your care team, which is you and those two other people. And it could be, you're talking to the rest of the siblings as well. You can have an entire family meeting where you bring in, and I talked about that earlier, the entire family to, siblings all over the place to work out how to best care for mom, so that one long-distance care provider doesn't have to be flying in all the time, that maybe everybody would share tasks. All of that is in the Handbook of Geriatric Care Management, the 3rd edition. There's a great chapter by Julie Mennick, and you can just reference that. I'll be doing blogs all the time that I am posting. I'll be posting the YouTube on my website. So I will be doing blogs, and you can check everything out for more detail. You can help the communication with a long-distance care provider with the older adult. And there's wonderful things. I mean, they didn't grow up with this language. I didn't. I'm 68. I, did not grow up. My 2.5-year-old grandsons can, whip out my iPhone and they get it. My grandchildren all know everything. But I did not grow up with this language. I can struggle with it. But an 80-year-old really did not grow up with this language, of technology. But, there's wonderful things out there. There's a cell phone, called a Jitterbug. I love the Jitterbug. And Jitterbug, you can just Google Jitterbug. It's a wonderful cell phone, but it has this great feature where intuitively what an older person remembers is dialing the operator, and they dialed for you. Well, the long-distance care provider can actually program all the numbers into Jitterbug so that all the older person has to do, including their own, and hopefully not yours, because you don't want the older person calling you directly. But just dial 0, and the older person has to say, "I'd like to talk to my daughter Eleanor in Atlantic City," and there's an operator that will put them right through. It has big buttons, so you can, a cell phone is a part of technology that you can introduce the older person to, and you can. Through a cell phone you can do reminders. Lots of people do that, make appointments. Family newsletters is another thing you can do through technology, not through a cell phone, but obviously through, just Word docs and email, if you want to use constant contact. Communication, also video conferencing, virtual visiting, which I just talked about. And what are the benefits of all this? Technology for the older person, as far as communication is concerned. It alleviates caregiver anxiety, and long-distance care providers have enormous anxiety. They can't do it all, but they're trying to. Everyone can show their favorite things if you're going to do video conferencing. My grandchildren show toys to me. An older person can show her something he built, or crochet. That doesn't seem like, the most exciting thing in the world, but that's their life, that's their world, and they can show it through video conferencing. You can monitor quality of care, and you can monitor decline in an older person through video conferencing, because if you do it over and over again, you can see how an older person has changed. So that's communication, and I will see you next time. We'll go back to long-distance care providers and other things that technology can do for a long-distance care provider.